Tuition increase may be in the future for nearly 500,000 students in the California State University system. It would impact students at San Jose State, San Francisco State, Cal State East Bay, and the rest of the 20 CSU schools.
Well, today in the base, Kris Sanchez joining us now. So, Kris, how's that conversation going?
So we've been listening in all morning long because this trustees meeting happens down in Long Beach, and that's where students were planning to protest. But we do know that at least one high-profile California State University trustee just came out against that tuition increase. That is State Superintendent Tony Thurmond, who said this would really be a setback for students and families facing inflation and growing housing costs. But the CSU's chief financial officer said that trustees have to consider what would be just the second tuition increase in 12 years in order to put the university in the black. He said that CSU plans more to run its 23-school system than it brings in. According to CSU, 60% of students either get assistance with their tuition or have it waived altogether so it wouldn't affect them. Trustee Julia Lopez points out that the real affordability issue goes beyond tuition.
Tuition accounts for proportionately 27% of the total cost of attendance. It's substantial, but they're not necessarily paying it. It's the other costs of attending college, as we've often said, that are the really big hurdle. It's the housing, it's the transportation, it's the food. We heard, and we've heard the stories: housing insecurity, food insecurity, basic needs that students have. That's what we're struggling with.
So if you're a CSU student or you have a student, this is what that proposal would look like. Tuition would increase 6% over 5 years starting next fall, which would work out to about $342 more per year per full-time undergrad student, about $2,000 more by 2027. Now, ahead of today's discussion, we asked about that proposed increase on the San Jose State campus.
It'd be a lot of stress on the students, be a lot of stress on the students' parents.
So on average, CSU tuition is $5,700 per year for that undergraduate student. To compare, tuition in the UC system is more than $14,000. Neither of those figures include housing, books, and other fees. Right now, trustees are talking about adopting a policy that would bring the tuition conversation to the forefront more often, because they've only had, this would be the second one in 12 years. They say they kind of have to go little bit by little.
Increments.
Yeah, so they don't have to do one big blast.
Yeah.
Right. They're also talking about how to make sure that families can plan, because the thought is, okay, you say yes, we can afford this, you go and you become a freshman, and then by your senior year you don't know what the cost is. So they're talking about adopting a policy that would help families better plan as well.
Yeah.